the commission is not able to undertake extended discussion or act on non-agenda items. The communication should be kept to a 3-minute limit if anyone joins the call. Approval of minutes for last meeting. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from last meeting? Are there any questions or corrections? Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the minutes for last month?
I so move.
A second?
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, minutes have been approved. First application UID 20-02012 for 1542 North High Street. Patrick?
Yep. Let me see. I can pull this up. Oh, geez. I just got a new one today. Oh, come on.
All right, while you're pulling that up, let me go ahead and swear that. Paul, are you here, Paul Carroll?
He's there. Oh, there we go.
Paul, can you hear us?
He's muted. Oh, there you go.
Paul?
Hello.
Hi. I'm going to go ahead and swear you in. Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead, Patrick.
All right. Yep. So this is located in the plaza of the Gateway, and the applicant is proposing to install new wall signage in the plaza section of the Gateway. The primary wall sign includes 5-inch deep channel letters with internal LED illumination mounted to a custom raceway with a panel that reads Casuelas. The letters are 20 inches tall and will have red acrylic faces, red trim cap, and red return. The panel will feature a red painted border with a white painted center area and a coped out subcopy. It includes secondary text that reads Mexican Restaurant and Cantina, which is a 1/2 inch thick push-through acrylic letters, backed with white translucent vinyl, and is 6 inches tall. The primary wall sign is approximately 51 square feet. The applicant previously appeared before the board in February 2020 for new signage. At the time, the board reviewed the application as a complete package, and the applicant has responded accordingly with this updated application. Staff recommends conditional approval. The Gateway Graphics Plan recommends that the wall signs in the plaza be no longer than 2/3 of the building length, and the maximum height be 1/3 of the space between the ground floor transom and the second floor windowsill. It appears that the sign height exceeds the plan's recommendations, and therefore staff recommends the sign height be reduced to 1/3 the height of the sign band. The condition may be assigned for staff approval. Staff recommends conditional approval, with the condition being sign height be reduced to a maximum of 1/3 of the height of the sign band.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Paul, would you like to add anything or give your presentation?
Sure. I came into this a little bit later. I understand that there's been some presentations and some other applications for signage at this facility in the past. So I came in a little bit late on this process. I've worked with the landlord of the area as well as the owner of the restaurant, and we've come up with this design that meets approval from both the owner of the restaurant and Steiner and Associates. With that said, it was designed to fit on the wall, and it probably would be considered a primary kind of sign. Their main signage there. With that said, the only thing I would say is when we designed this, we were not aware of the criteria of the sign height being 1/3 of the, I guess Patrick called it the transom area. And I guess for clarification, what is that area? Is it the brick area from the bottom of the window to the top of the canopy, or the overall height of from the grade to the bottom of the window?
Patrick, can you answer that?
It's the brick area between the windowsill and the first floor roof line.
Okay. With that said, we designed this sign without realizing that requirement or criteria. This client would like to get some signage on the building. I know you're all aware of the fact he's been there a while without it. What I would present to the board is I will have my install crew physically go to the job site, and I'll confirm the brick height from the bottom of the window to the top of the canopy, and we will at that point modify the height of the sign to be equal to 1/3 of that area. And what that would probably end up doing is probably shrinking the overall height from 42 inches to something, I don't know if it's going to be in the 36, 37 inch area, but what we would do is we would meet that criteria that's required.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add before we ask questions from the commission?
No, I would welcome the questions.
Okay, I'll open it up to the commission for questions.
Just a point of clarification is which is this on the north face or the south face of?
It's on the north. It's
It's
facing.
facing the plaza, Pasquale, and the gateway.
Right. Have we ever had any signage on that brick?
I can't answer that, sir. I'm not familiar with it.
I'm sorry. I'm posing the question to my colleagues.
All right.
I don't remember. I don't see any scars.
Is there any way of Patrick of getting a shot that's farther away so we could see the adjacent signage and?
Yeah. Let me bring that up.
Call from a finger indeed.
So this is kind of the view from the plaza, and it's going to go right there. If you can see my mouse.
I think, Pasquale, there was signage up on the
There was.
narrow part to the right, and you could
Yeah,
see
that's what I'm remembering also. Yeah,
Yeah.
there
and
it is.
there's projecting lights there.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Oh, well, Mad Mex was there too, I guess. I didn't see that.
Yep. This street view is from 2017.
Okay.
So this is probably the previous or the most recent signage there. Before that, let's see if I can.
That's as far back as the
far
gate
back as I'm able to go.
goes.
Okay, but you know what's good about this photo? It shows where it makes sense to put signs.
Yes.
You
that's
know,
why- Frank.
because the Mad Mex is out to the edge, meaning you're going to see it from High Street a lot better than if it were halfway back.
Yeah.
And then they've got that big vertical, and my assumption is that they're going to have both floors here too. So I would suggest that you put the name where Mad Mex is.
Wait, though, Frank. I think that is the planning office for Ohio State now.
Oh, is it?
The second floor.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm assuming that
I don't
because
know.
I think they expanded it.
I think they've got the whole floor now.
But I agree with your comment about the location of the Mad Mex sign. Does the applicant understand why the board put the Mad Mex sign where they did it?
I'm having trouble seeing the Mad Max. Is it the channel letters underneath the awning, or is it the big round one on the right?
On the right.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can see my mouse or not, but
And the question again was what?
Well, that sign is there, so it has better visibility from the High Street sidewalk and from the entrance. So it's not set so far back on the facade, so far to the east on the facade.
I understand that. I guess I was working with Steiner and the client. The word Cazuelos is obviously a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And we were just centering it in an area over the restaurant itself.
Right, but you designed a symmetrical sign with those two graphics on either side.
What's that now? Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if it would work. I actually agree with Paul. I think that Consuela's longer line looks better symmetrically on that north facade, but I wondered about, rather than duplicating those two graphics symbols, if one of them could take the place on the tall vertical and sit alone.
Oh,
and
that's a great idea.
Duplicate that thing. What do you think, Paul?
That's obviously an idea. We were trying to just maintain true integrity to the logo of Cazuelas. They kind of liked the balance in the logo laid out as it was, but that's up for discussion, I guess. The only thing I would say is we would want to, if we did the logo, we'd probably want to do it, relatively large, as opposed to maybe the small ones that go with the sign on the building.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think that icon is more centric, kind of like we see here, where in the current graphic we're looking at, it's a shaped circle. I could see that piece getting larger and being taken away from the otherwise, the text of Consuelas. I just think I'm not in favor of the Consuela sign with the identical graphic on either side of it. It seems superfluous. Whereas in this case, putting that iconic image on the tower seems to accomplish what Pasquale was suggesting for you, which is you're drawing more people's eyes to the site from the sidewalk, but then also keeping the more static kind of symmetry over the awning and below the upper level balcony. So that, subjectively, that would be my preference.
Yeah, I was going to the same place for that logo, but I heard that it's not their space up there, so there may be some difficulty.
Yeah, because that sign might bother the offices that are up there.
I think it's a question one could ask. I don't think it would be a problem because that tower piece doesn't appear, it looks like, because it's continuation of brick, visually it continues the line of the area below. And that OSU
I offer this.
Seek to identify.
I offer this. All right, so just staff, if you don't mind fixing that. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, yeah.
So I offer this only as context because I came into this late. The upstairs offices are the Office of Planning and Real Estate at OSU. So I don't know whether they would care one way or the other, but just if you're curious who's actually there.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, they're really, of course, campus partners if there are. So they might be cooperative in terms of helping a tenant that is occupying their building.
Is that where Keith is now?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's where Keith is. It's where Aaron Prosser is, and Aaron, of course, was the one who came in front of us like 6 or 9 months ago about the Cazuelas renovation.
Right.
Sorry, I don't mean to derail the
No,
conversation.
I think those are good comments. The other comment is from me is in terms of the sign content. Can you have the descriptor Mexican restaurant and cantina based on the design guidelines on that sign?
We've been told that the Supreme Court has ruled that we cannot control those things. Isn't that right, City?
Yeah, we can only control, we can't control the content, just the size, if that makes sense.
I thought it was in the guidelines that you couldn't have descriptors on there.
We've been superseded by the Supreme Court, I believe.
Oh, thank you, Frank. I didn't realize that.
Other questions or comments? So Paul, what are you requesting today so we can try to put something together for you here?
Well, unfortunately, I came into this project after another sign company had been in front of the board and did not successfully get any kind of signage approved. And you folks might remember those guys or those meetings. One of the assignments that was given to me as I approached this project is you folks are looking at what is only half of the request. Cazuela's all along was wanting to get a sign on the High Street elevation. We've successfully designed a sign for High Street, and we've gotten approval from Cazuela's ownership and Steiner and Associates for the design and the placement and the look of the additional sign. Unfortunately, that came on later in this process, and you folks have not had the opportunity to see that yet. And there is a sign that's been designed to kind of fit, that projects out over that awning on the front of the building, that will obviously identify the restaurant to the High Street elevation.
Yeah, but we'd have to see all of it as one submission.
Well, that I was not aware of that. I mean, we were trying to get signage when I came into this. Patrick told me that in an email last week. At that point, I expedited the new drawing and sent it on, but I missed the cutoff date to have both signs presented at this meeting. So what we were hoping is to get this sign approved and get into production, and then present you with an option for a front sign at the September meeting.
Yeah, but we don't work.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well,
And I mean,
alternately, I guess the risk you would face is if you receive feedback and approval for this sign in whatever format the final sort of thing looked like and ended up as, it would then pretty much lock you in on the other sign. And if you showed us another sign that, was not similar in aesthetic to this one, you'd be stuck because, this one would have already been approved, and we're not, I don't think, going to be in favor of two signs that are different in their appearance. We'd expect them to be, sort of members of a family, so to speak.
I understand, and the sign that you have not had the opportunity to see complements this signage quite well. And unfortunately, it was not able. You haven't seen it, so I guess at this point, I would not be in favor of trying to move or revise this design and add it to the front tower and approaching on there, knowing that we have a secondary sign that would be placed closer there, and then having the logo by itself away from the main sign what's it doing over there all by itself, if you will.
Okay, so what you're saying, it sounds like, is you want to table this and then bring the next meeting, bring both of them back in together. Is that correct?
Well, that was not the intent. This client has been in that facility for well over a year without any kind of primary signage. I came into the picture thinking it was obviously important to get something going. I was not aware that the board, you know, that the board wanted to see everything all at the same time. Patrick made me aware of that a week ago.
Okay.
Well, what you might want to think through is the way we would approach it is that is one building and those signs would complement that building. And we don't look at the facades independent of each other.
Yeah. Paul, can I make a suggestion? I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't imagine bringing a design to be evaluated and show one facade one meeting and another facade another meeting. But I understand, sympathetic with your client's desire to get their name up there. Would they consider putting up a temporary vinyl sign while you all completed your design development to get a complete final proposal back to us in a month?
I would surely I mean, that's an option. Obviously, after this meeting, I'll give my client a call and
I mean, the board could always just make a recommendation on this sign and then wait for the other one, knowing that it could not be approved, but that's a risk that the applicant would have to take.
No, I would totally disagree with you, Patrick.
Okay.
I mean, we could, but it could.
It's not,
It sounds like it also could get turned down, which is not a position he wants to be in.
Yeah, and we want something that complements the building mass, its detailing, and I think that would necessitate seeing the signage in its entirety in terms of all the facades.
So do we want to send a motion to table then?
I would say either a motion to table or I like KB's motion, or if that was a motion to approve a temporary sign, say for 60 days while this is in the process so they can get something up.
Excellent idea.
Yeah, sure. I don't think we need to do that, but we can. I think they have the right to do that. I think it's odd. It's odd that they've been open a year and haven't done it. Honestly.
Okay. I would say then if we don't need to and they can do it, why make a motion for that? So,
Yeah.
Paul, do you want to table this for now, knowing that you can put a temporary sign up and then get everything in to have it looked at for the next meeting?
yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I guess before we part ways and put an end to this discussion, what is the board's opinion of this particular sign? And I guess I'm going backwards to one question. Do we hold on to both logos? Do we try and reduce it to one logo or keep it as is and add this next sign to show everything all in one full swoop? Or what's the opinion of this particular look right now? I mean, do we got some pretty favorable appear? Any questions that would be
I agree. I agree with his comment that moving this to the right, I mean, having this centered with the two symmetrical look, although it logically makes sense, I don't think graphically it really does anything for the sign. I don't really consider it to be particularly additive. So if there's a way to get it down to one, I'd be in favor of that. And I also like the idea of not understanding what you're planning on the opposite west-facing facade on the tower, how that would play into that. But I just think having both of them there just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think that they're almost identical height. It's I don't know. I don't want to be mean and say monotonous. It's such a line, and they don't really seem to be graphically connected to the sign itself.
Yeah, I think those are good comments, Kerry. Is there, Patrick, is there a chance you could pull up a perspective looking at the corner so we see both facades simultaneous? Yeah, well.
Hold on, let me, I'm working on it.
But do you have anything since that?
There he goes. There he goes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Nice.
Okay.
So they had two signs down low, and then they had that, and that logo up on top is Ugly Tuna Saluna. That's not Mad Max,
Right.
right?
Correct.
Mix or whatever.
And that rusted entry area is no longer there. Isn't that correct?
That's right.
Are the canopies still there?
Yeah.
But
That's the latest picture that I have, and that's from November
yeah.
2015.
You know, the ugly tuna signs.
There's one in the application. It's the last page, I think.
But just note that the ugly tuna signs as a pair made sense, moved eccentric.
Yeah, but I think this is even a better way of helping the applicant understand that.
Yeah, I'm just
we
talking about the location of the signs, Pasquale. Is all.
Oh, okay. Patrick, do we have a shot without the old entrance there?
It's in the application, 3rd and 4th pages.
Yep. Let me see if I can pull that up. How about this? You know, this is the updated one that I just got. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, it's in the original one on Bob.
The original one.
Yeah, the one I have is all sort of distorted, though. I don't know if yours is like that, Keone, or not.
I mean, they're kind of crappy photographs, but they seem, and they got significant parallax, but
You know, I
There
think
they
if they put one logo on the front and one logo on the side and one sign on the front and one sign on the side and made it symmetrical about the corner, that would be the simplest way to do it.
Okay. I think that is it for this case for today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, thank you.
Can we get a motion to table and a vote on that?
You need to make a motion to table?
Yes.
Okay. Can we get a motion to table this case?
Motion to table.
All right, I assume we can be on the September 24th meeting.
Yeah, Paul, you'll need to reapply with the updated materials for me. Since the application deadline is actually tomorrow, but you guys are appearing before the board tonight, you have 1 week to do so.
And that'll be, that's just a whole new application, Patrick?
Yes, sir. And then new application materials.
Okay. All right, I'm good. Thank you, folks.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case, UID 20-08-001, 222 East 11th Avenue. Home Team Project. Good morning.
Sorry, let me pull this up.
Is the client here is Melanie or somebody representing Home Team here on the
Yeah,
Brian
Packer with Capital City Awnings representing Melody at Signcom.
Okay. Have you been sworn in?
No.
Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Patrick, go ahead and give us an overview.
Yep. So this is an existing building, existing two-story structure that's located just east of Summit Street on 11th Avenue. The building is currently being used as an office for Home Team Properties. And today, the applicant is proposing to install an awning on the rear of the property that will cover an existing door and stairway. The awning will be Surge Ferrari Soltis Proof 502 in the color poppy. Over the door, the applicant is proposing graphics on the awning and overhang. The awning will face an out and not be directly visible from the main entrance of the building. Staff recommends conditional approval. The University District Plan recommends that the awning graphics be limited only to the front balance of the building. Additionally, the University District Plan recommends that awnings be provided when there's an important business entry. This particular proposal is consistent with plan guidelines. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you. Brian, would you like to add anything or give a presentation?
Not a whole lot additional. It's just to cover the stairway, to provide some safety for the people going up and down the stairs, keep it dry, and possibly snow and ice off the stairs so they can go from door to door. It's really pretty straightforward, and the graphics would be on the valance only over the lower door.
Okay, thank you. Questions from commissioners?
This is Kerry. My only comment is it just looks like that the home team, it just looks really, really crowded. I mean, it's just, you've basically taken up the entire vertical space of that. It seems really, really tight to me. So I don't know if that, if they want to maintain that letter height, if they could increase the dimension of that slightly, but it just seems really, really crowded.
Well, actually, I've got a question in that regard. Is this an entrance to Home Team Properties office?
Yes, it is a rear entrance to their office.
Okay, so this is Home Team Properties. This is where you guys are headquartered?
Yes, that's their office on the ground level.
On the ground level.
And they have additional offices upstairs as well.
Okay, so the awning on the ground level, that's at a door into their offices?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I'll pull it up. It's right there.
Oh, I know what we got. Yeah. That's the substation there, parking lot for the substation.
It's right next to the Marathon, I think.
Yep, Marathon is right here.
Yeah.
And La Popular Taco Trailer that I frequent.
That was you?
Other comments or questions?
This was the billiard place, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're correct, Frank.
Yeah. So the entrance is just on the ground floor. It's just a fire escape or whatever for the second level. Is that right?
I have not been in the upstairs, so I'm not exactly sure what's up there. I know they said there's additional offices upstairs.
Okay. I have a thought. I don't care if you do it or not. I'm just gonna throw it out. The red, for me, it's a lot of red. If you left the ground floor awning as red and made the rest of it dark brown, it might point up the entrance a little better and make it a little less like this red thing crawling up the wall. But I don't feel strongly enough about it to.
No, I mean, Frank, I'm in agreement with you. It's a lot of red. How about the terracotta color selection? It's next to the poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree too, with both of you.
Me too.
Just make the whole thing the terracotta. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it is a lot of red for no good reason. So
It's just their color. That's it. I mean, it faces an alley, and they're proud of that color, I guess.
Yeah, but the building is terracotta. You know, the steel is that brown, the door is that brown. It would just fit in with the building better, because what they're doing is this is kind of an architectural feature. This is not a branding opportunity.
although in fairness, Home Team treats everything as a branding opportunity, but this shouldn't be one of them.
I think they miscommunicate. It appears that it's a public entrance at that second level by drawing so much attention to itself, and I think that's miscommunicating.
Yep, exactly.
That's a very good point.
Yep, understood.
Okay. Other
You know,
questions?
this is the downside of having Zoom meetings. We don't have the opportunity of having Frank pull out his pencil and
Oh,
Keone
please,
I
don't
know,
start.
I miss that so
because
much.
because
Oh, you lie, KB. Come
I
on.
don't lie. It's true. It's true.
yeah, the form of that awning is really bothersome right now. In addition to the color.
Yeah, but you know.
Much less problematic if it's not red. I
Yeah.
find the bottom fascia that's holding the home team graphic staying red and white, as long as the entire rest of it becomes terracotta or brick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying first, KB, that might
Yeah.
be.
I agree with you, Frank.
Okay, so do I hear a motion?
Okay, I move that we approve the application with the following condition, that the stair portion of the awning's color be changed to the terracotta color as noted on the color card, and that would be anything from the break of the base awning down at the bottom up to the upper level, and that the only thing red would be the lower level simple awning with the logo and home team properties attached to the fascia.
That is a motion. Do we have a second?
I didn't know if we
Seconded.
wanted to include Terry's comment about the tightness of the home team graphic on
Oh
there.
yeah, I forgot about that. Can this drop of the front, can it be made a little deeper? Can it come down a little bit, or is it already as low as it can go? You have 8 inches. Can it be 10?
Yeah, I can go to 10.
Well, if it could be 10, then Carrie, would you feel okay about the way it is?
Yep.
Okay, then let's add that to the motion, that they drop 10 inches and the graphics stay the same size.
Okay, that's a motion. Do we have a second? Or I'm sorry, do we have any other further discussion on that motion? All right, do we have a second?
I second.
That's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye by stating your name.
Aye, KB.
Aye, Carrie.
Hi, Pasquale.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Keone.
Aye, Steve. And that is unanimous. Motion is passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Right.
you, sir.
All right.
Next, staff approved applications. Take a look at that list, and does anybody have any questions on any of those for staff?
Can you put up a list?
What was that, KB?
Are you able to post that list, Patrick, or do I need to go into a file to read it?
It's in box. Let me pull it up.
It's on the agenda.
Yeah.
If you go to Patrick's email.
I can get it from the agenda.
They're all in. Okay, they're all right there.
One is home team properties.
Two roofs, two windows, signage, and building alteration.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked through.
Any questions or explanations needed on any? Do we need to move to approve those staff-approved applications? Patrick?
Yep, move to approve. I need a vote on that, though.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Sorry, yep.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the staff-approved applications?
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Staff approved applications approved. New business. Patrick, was there something you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, the only thing I need for new business or would like to discuss is I would recommend having the September 10th business meeting. I believe the King and High proposal will come back, and I think it'd be beneficial to have them present at the business meeting. So we can follow up with that more later. I could obviously set that up, but I wanted to confirm with the board that you guys thought that was appropriate.
I have an opinion about that. I would want to know that they're going to bring us something substantially different, because I feel as though we have wasted a lot of time on their not doing anything on this project.
That meeting, the business meeting, can be to lay out what you guys would be maybe willing to approve, or maybe identify specific updates to their presentation.
So it's a working meeting. It's not, they're not presenting anything?
Well, it's a business meeting. I haven't seen any of their updated presentations.
I don't know, maybe other people are not as exasperated with them as I am, but
I felt like
No,
as to what they needed to
I'm
do.
every bit as exasperated with them, and I feel like the meeting is an opportunity to state it frankly and bluntly. I'm in agreement, Frank. They are completely unresponsive. They don't listen to anything. They show up with the same thing every time, and they just expect that somehow they're going to get it rammed through. And I guess I view the business meeting as an opportunity to tell them bluntly that, like, if they really want to get this improved, they actually need to listen and do some work for a change.
okay, great. If that's the color of the meeting, that's perfect for me.
So what time would that meeting be on the 10th?
The meeting is scheduled from noon to 1. I can follow up with more information and just coordinate with them as well.
Okay, why don't you coordinate, and then it sounds like we'd be okay with having a meeting with them to talk frankly, or see what they have.
And that would be the only agenda item, the 15th, the King and High?
Yes, sir.
And that's a public meeting, correct? That's a published public meeting. We cannot. Yeah. Okay.
It'll be posted. Yeah, I'll post it on the website.
Yep. Okay.
I think, yeah, and I mean, as I understand it, the difference is there aren't other things on the agenda, so you don't have to worry about it running long.
Right.
So, I mean,
it's an opportunity for some formal discussion.
Well, and just let them know it's an hour. It's not going to just go as long as it goes. Keep it to an hour.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I think part of it can be. I mean, they don't really have to do this whole dog and pony presentation unless they fundamentally change things.
Yeah, I mean, it's I haven't seen anything that they had presented. I just really wanted you guys to come to agreement that the business meeting was a good idea, and we can talk more about that, because to be honest with you, I have no idea what their updated proposal is going to look like.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any old business?
Nope.
Okay. Hearing nothing else, call for the meeting to be adjourned.
So moved.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Hi.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.